the end of the previous session, quick game might not have been blah blah blah. Okay, cool. Whatever. If you enjoyed that's great.
Do I make a video? Do I not make a video?
All right, so this episode is gonna be about cheating, cheaters and cheating and group sex. All right, we're gonna smoke this and we're gonna talk about it. It's gonna be really fun, even though it's one of those topics that's like, ugh, you know. Okay, well, while we're smoking. I had a dream last night that I was talking to a dead little girl, and she doesn't know that she's dead. And I had to tell her, I was like, oh, like, and I'm telling her to move things, and everyone's watching me talk to this dead person. I'm like, oh, she's dead. She doesn't exist. And everyone's screaming and crying. And I'm like, yeah, they're all like that. This has been happening for a long time. Yeah, so like basically in the dream, I'm like I'm talking to nothing. And I can see myself as an exterior and I'm in myself. And it's like split screen. And I'm talking to thin air. And everyone sees me talking to thin air. And it's so crazy. And then all of a sudden, what I was talking about, like I'm like coaching and I'm like trying to get this. And I'm like, hey, can you grab this? Hey, can you take this? And it was like this piece of like tissue paper caught in like a cobweb or something. And it was just kind of like there in this like web. And the way that this person and like the way that this ghost moved, it was like you could see their forearm and like their hand in the cobwebs, like grabbing and touching it in my dream. And everybody in the room was like screaming and crying because it was like, oh, like she's here, like she's not actually gone, you know? And then I'm like, you know what? I'm like, what if this is a real thing? Like, what if like there's a lot of things like this? Like, what if there's a way that we can like help things like help the mechanisms of our world like into like progression? Like, what if there's like what if there's notes? What if there's like, things to describe what's going on? What if there's like glitches and ways to exploit them or ways to use them or ways to manifest all kinds of incredible things and virtues into people's lives? Like, what if there's all kinds of incredible things and treasures to be discovered and, we're all in each other's way? And what if we all just got out of each other's way? You know, like that's another reality. Like I don't know, it was so crazy. Like people in my dream were crying and screaming, and it was really weird. You know, that bong. I need to like clean it or something because it just does not work. Use tarnished furrowed fingers to write a gold summon sign. Cooperative multiplayer will begin once you have been summoned by a player from another world. Ew, gross. Okay, so cheating. Okay, let's talk about this. So, like, I believe that everybody has a person out there for them. You know that? Oops. You know, I've been cheated on. You know, I've cheated on people. It's one of those things that happens. You know that everybody, you know, I'm not proud of it when I did it. I'm not proud of it when it happened to me. But at the same time, too, like, also been in situations where it's like a group sex kind of situation, and it's like, oh, like, can I join in kind of thing? And then we all just play around. Um, and it's usually a lot of fun, and it's not a big deal. So, like, I don't know, like life is supposed to be fun, but like to each their own. Like everybody has their own way about it. Like everybody knows. I watched a lot of videos where I don't know. I guess these guys come into like the love of their life and the woman of their dreams with some other guy, and maybe even like someone that they're related to or someone that they're like really like that they like. I don't know, like one of their best friends, and like I can only imagine how frustrating that could be. Like that's never happened to me. You know, at the same time, maybe it has happened to me and I haven't noticed. Like, you want to know, like, here's another thing too, though. Like, you know, when it comes to relationships, it's kind of like, you know, for me, like, oh, so you can see what happened and who is there just by touching the blood that was there. Okay. Wow. All right. So, you know, so we talked about group sex. talked about getting cheated on. Oh, we're talking about like seeing videos online of like, oh, the partner or the woman I'm supposed to be with is cheating on me with my father. Oh, he's cheating on me with my fucking sister. Oh, he's or sorry, what like whatever, right? Like there's so many weird situations in life. Oh, she's cheating on me with my brother. Like also too, like when you're gay and they're like, oh, she's cheating on you, you're like, go girl, you go, you get it, get that dick, girl. Like you know what I mean? But like when it's a gay guy and it's like, oh, he's cheating, it's like, oh, with who? With him and him, and then you say and him like 1,000 times. Oops. Hey, bitch. Better fucking watch out. Oh, you can do shards or waves. Oh, I have a sword and I have a staff. Sword and a staff. Everyone's like, "Oh, why'd you pick the mage?" It's like work smarter, not harder, right? Like, fuck. It's like you want me to pick up all this shit, carry all this shit, wear all this armor, be hot, be sticky, be sweaty. Fuck it. Come on. Grace is discovered. Grace exists to guide and tarnish and to lead them along the proper path. Even now, some of the grace retain that power. Their golden rays will guide you along your way. Okay, so I guess there's little like things in the water like this, and we have to like stop and rest at the site of grace. I don't know. I guess it gives you power.
Oh, yes. Tarnished, are we? Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring? Hmm? Of course you have. No shame in it. Unfortunately
Like, you want to know? Like,
for
let's talk
you,
about Ben.
however,
You know, Ben met
you are
Sal. Like, me and Ben were
maidenless.
together. Ben
Without
met Sal. They
guidance,
had sex.
without the strength of
But like,
runes,
also
and
too, me and Ben
without
were
an
open,
invitation
and I was having
that the
lots of sex,
Round
and Ben was
Table
having lots of
holds,
sex.
you are
And
fated,
it was a very
it
chill kind of
seems,
thing.
to
And we
die
call each
in
other up. Hey, you want to go
obscurity.
out? Yeah, sure. You want to know? Can I tell you something? Let's be real. Like, life is like just always happening, and like like we're not roommates. Like we don't live together. We're not that close. Like the reality of the situation. We live in a world too where you pick up your phone, you turn on an app, and you've got like 20 to 30 people to hang out with. You know that? I know you guys are like, oh, you haven't really seen anybody in a long time. Okay, so the last like 4 or 5 or 8 years or so, my mom kind of was like, oh, if you're not going to be with me and if I'm not going to be in control of your life, then guess what? You're not going to see or be with anybody. And I was like, oh, yeah. And she's like, yeah. And so she told everybody that I have crazy or I have a mental illness or something. And so now my reputation in the community is fucking shot. So it's like one of those like double ender things. Like, number one, the obstacles that I face are so great and so fucking consuming and it's just so fucking terrible and so like vicious and treacherous that I feel like it's really propelled me into a very powerful person that can just overcome like a lot of different obstacles. Like, there's a glowing skull with fucking fiery eyes. Like, am I supposed to take this? They're like, no, that's just all the skulls in Elden Ring are glowing with fucking fiery eyes. Like, you're too scary. Sorry, man. Like, if I can't pick you up, man. What? That was gross. That was nasty. That was dirty. Like, also too, like, you wanna know what? Like, Ben Mattel, and then he was really happy. And he's never been more happier than I've ever seen him in my entire life. You know that? Okay, can I tell you? Every time I get to a ledge, every time they're like, "You should jump. You should jump," and then it's like, "Oh, you died," and it's like, what are you teaching people in this game? You know, also too, if I'm playing this guy and he's just really weak and he doesn't even have any good magics, then guess what? We're gonna switch back to the armor guy and I'm just gonna suck it up. Because I don't want no weak ass bitch. Oh, I don't have any magic. I'll have to drink magical potions to use magic. Oh, this is off to a great start. Like, well, where do you think the magic comes from? It's from the fucking drink. Alright, let's do. There you go. Okay, so they said L1 is supposed to be a block, but this guy is not blocking. So, there you go. Can you use this as a two-handed weapon? I don't know. Sometimes too, like one time, we're not going to name names because I know that this was a really treacherous situation that I went through, but so a long time ago, I got really drunk at this bar, and I had all these guys hitting on me, and then out of the group of all these guys, this really, really hot one was like, I'm taking you home with me. And I was like, okay. And I went home with this guy. He was really cute. And then all of a sudden, I got all these messages about how I'm an asshole for sleeping with my ex's ex. And I did not know because I was drunk. And you want to know? Everyone treats me guide and gatekeeper for those returning to their roots. Okay, I guess there's another one. You have to find where that one goes to. I'm like, oh, you should just fucking follow this thing. Like, can I tell you, that's a creepy statue. Like, why would I want to follow that? They're like, oh, you should. It's the game. Like, it's scary.
You're tarnished. I can see it. And I can also see that you're not after my throat. Then why not purchase a little something? I am Kale, purveyor of fine goods. Goodbye.
I don't know. I feel achieved in my sex, and I feel like I've hit a certain mastery that I feel like others can't achieve, and without medication. So, like I feel kind of like comfortable in my skin. I'm not the center sex figure of sex, and the public sex figure, and the sexual figure front of sex for society. So, you know, and I'm a sex lover. I love the sex. I love having sex all the time. Uh, like especially spontaneously, like super fun. However, I also don't feel bad if people around me are having sex. Like I don't feel bad. Like I don't feel bad if like my dad is having sex with someone. I don't care if my dad is having sex with people like that I went to high school with. Like I don't even care. Like even the teachers, like people like my neighbors, like you know what, go for it. Hey, my exes, like can I tell you, like if you're not with me, like I want everyone to be happy. Like I want everyone to like get married and have children and be in a relationship and have bank accounts together and have fucking all kinds of assets together and these really close knit, really tight relationships where you guys can't even breathe, like go for it, go for it. Like but like you want to know after what I've been through, after my experiences, I just kind of want some space and maybe like one really close person that I really really like and close with. Like I don't really need like a lot of people. However, eventually things are going to change, I'm going to have more space, things will be different, but like that's my strategy now. I know that I get a lot of, oh, this person that you had sex with not too long ago, yeah, they're having sex with someone else, they're cheating on you. And it's like, okay, like can I tell you something? Like if I don't have a talk with someone and like we haven't said like, oh yeah, like we're together and we don't like where you link your pinkies and you stamp your thumbs and you say, "Hey, this is for real," and you say, "Yeah, this is for real. We're monogo," which is short, monogamous. Then you pinky stamped it. So that's done. You want to know what? Can I be honest with you? If I walked in on my partner having sex, I'd be like, "Hey, like, do you need another one? Oh, you don't need another one? Okay, I'm just gonna wait. Just let me know. Like, I might go to the next thing. Like I don't really get upset about it. Like, I don't like. You want to know? Because like, I think it's really good. I think it's really hot. I'll be honest with you. Like, there's been a lot of occasions where like I get surprised by people, even people where you're like, oh, like, you have a life outside of this situation. Like, what are you doing? And they're like, oh, I've always thought about you. I've always wanted to try this. No one's ever going to find out. Nothing can go wrong. Like, especially like I feel like when I come out of HQ, I feel like I have this like golden fucking radiance. Like, oh, Jonathan's good to fuck. Jonathan's clear. Jonathan's ready to go. Nothing can go wrong. Like, have a great shag. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no one's ever gonna find out because nobody has anything, and we all know what's going on down under. Like let's give her a go. Like, and then a lot of people too. Like when you're like, oh look, I got my fucking text message from HQ. Like even at some of like my social gatherings or whatever, I would be like, oh, my message from HQ. And then I'm like, look at how easy. And they're like, and everyone sees and they're like, wow, it says you're negative for everything. And they're like, that's really attractive. Like, oh, do you want to go for a shake? Like, okay, let's do it. Like, go. I'm like, hey, like, you're, like, let's hold on. You're straight. Like, what are you talking about? Hey, like, why not? Like, it's like, what? What is going on? It just feels like the world is totally changing, like overnight. It just feels like everything is rapidly changing. Like, anyway, he broke my shield. That was really bad. I'm bad with this guy. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I got smoked so bad. Okay, so we need to use health potions. Perfect. That worked perfect. Another thing too with me is like, like I have sex with people and it's really fantastic. And I go and tell other people. Great example. One time I was like, not so long ago, not gonna name times or whatever, but like I was riding it and I just kept coming like over and over again. Like and I couldn't stop and it felt so good. And the person also too that I'm riding, like like, bi closeted, down low, like whatever you want to call it, like here's the thing, like, sex is supposed to be fun. Sex isn't supposed to be like limited, like, get out there, have fun. Like, why does it have to be like, one thing or the other? Like, I'm not like, controlling in any like I'm not a controlling person. I want people to have like autonomy and I want people to be like, you know what, Jonathan? I could go for, a session. I could go for, you know what, can I tell you, like, the partner that I played with too, like, I feel like after we did it, they were like feeling like a rock star. They were like, I made Jonathan come like a fucking girl. I didn't even have to do anything. Like, he just gets off on me. Like, isn't that weird? That. And then afterwards, they're like, "Oh, how about this week? How about tomorrow? How about a couple days from that?" They're like, "Oh my gosh." Other time too is like, I have to work. Okay, so let's talk about work relationships. So one time I was living with my mom, and she was really abusive, and she was like really crazy, and like she like put on some medical report that she was like drugging my food and all kinds of crazy shit, and like for some reason her being crazy and doing crazy things to me somehow equaled out to me being crazy and me having a problem, which I thought was so wild. Like, is anyone listening or reading these things that they're writing? Like, because this doesn't make sense. Like, wouldn't they fucking be helping her get help? Like, and that's the whole reason of why I even went to that place was so that she would get help. Anyway, so sorry, I'm just like just thinking about how wild everything is in my life. Uh, like I thought I was a really diligent son. Like I thought I did whatever my mom would say anything, and I would just drop whatever, and I would go and help her all the time. What is he shooting? Like just magic balls? Hey, buddy. You know what? There's a lot of reading, and I'm not. That's not patrolling. I'm not like anti-read, but like I'll be honest with you, like make it like a comfortable like level of like text. Like don't put it like mini. I gotta get a prescription bifocal lenses. Ruined fragments. You know what? I'm getting the idea that this is gonna be one of those games that's like very like in depth, and you gotta build stuff, and you gotta get certain things. And okay, so that thing is shooting this laser over here, and there's these ones. How do I use it? to like a lot of times there's been instances where I wake up to this sex happening, and it's super hot and it's really good and super fantastic, and I wasn't expecting it, and it was just such a surprise. Hey, you want to know what? We're gonna try this completely different. There we go. Okay, I got my shield. All right. Wow. I'm pressing block. Like, what is going on with this fucking shit?
Well, it looks like I can get up there somehow, but I don't know how. So I guess we gotta go this way. Okay, I think I should be reading all these things. Read. Be wary the raptor. Try running at the